Join us for a time of mental health wellness tips at our LifeWire Lifeline, Mondays at 12 noon on Facebook Live. Parents, grab your preschoolers and join us for fun with music and movement on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Zoom. Every Friday evening, we gather on Facebook Live for a time of prayer. Let's pursue God. The Refresh a Life Outreach and Missions team presents a holiday toy drive. You are invited to donate or nominate a deserving family to receive gifts this holiday season. For more information, check out our website at refreshglobalnfp.org. Join our texting community. Text refresh to 55444 to stay connected so we can refresh the world together.
Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, guys. Welcome to the LifeWire Lifeline and happy Monday to you all. Today, we're going to continue the topic of balance and the importance of balance in every aspect of our lives. So, we'll be specifically touching on balance in the different roles and the different hats that we wear. So, for instance, I'm a mother, so that's one of the hats that I wear. I'm also an employee. So, those are some of the areas we'll be looking at. So, when I think about balance, I think about just that scale. Life is forever moving forward, and there's always going to be us juggling and working towards a better balance. Sometimes we're going to be off a little bit, but we want to have forward progress and forward movement towards trying to be as balanced as possible in life. So I want you to think about for a minute just what does being unbalanced look like in your life? So first and foremost, we're going to talk about 3 points. So the point is number one, being self-aware of where you are. And do I need a little bit more in this area? What's going on with me and in life? Second point we're going to hit is self-planning as well, because how many know if you're off your game that week, or just something is not right, we have to plan of how do we get back to where we need to be? How do we get back to that place where everything is smooth, even keel, we're more balanced? The third point we're going to talk about is execution, because we know you can plan all day, have it written down, it looks pretty, but without execution of that plan, we can expect change. So, those are our 3 points that we're going to hit as we talk about balance. So, in balance, to go back to self awareness, just begin to reassess where you are. Really reassess where you are. Think about that for a moment. Because if you don't know, I mean, that's truly step one. If you don't know, anything you do after that, just it doesn't matter. So, reassessing where you are, so we know that if you are experiencing imbalance in life, it'll be increased chaos that's going on, whether it's physically, chaos is physically playing out in your life, or maybe it's just in your mind. Things feel chaotic, you feel pressured. There are increased frustrations when we're feeling imbalanced as well. And I can just think about me personally, times when I'm feeling an increase in frustrations, it starts to spill over into other areas of your life. So, for example, you're really stressed out at work. There's a deadline. Things are not going so well. So now I am short tempered with my child, or with other people in the home. I have an attitude when they didn't do anything to me personally. So as we know, we have multiple avenues in life. They can sometimes spill over into each other when one area is off balance as well. And then even the pressures of parenting right now, the pressures of virtual learning right now, and some of you may be working from home as well, trying to find a balance of my kid may ask me for help and I'm in the middle of something I have to take care of for work. Like, how do I balance that? How do I balance, 8 hours of work and 8 hours of school at the same time? Those things can be overwhelming, they can be frustrating. And when we don't plan for them, that's when things just can go haywire. And that's many people's reality right now. That's why I chose this topic to touch on today, because it's important that we prioritize that. Let's address it. Let's dig into it and um, look at realistic coping skills that could be effective in your household or in your life to help maintain balance. So, also going back to um, feeling imbalance, thinking about the additional signs that you see, like for myself, I'm more tired, more irritable when things are off balance, in addition to the other things I named before, like frustrations and all of that. So, just being aware, first and foremost, is what we want to do. We definitely want to be aware. And so, when we're looking at self planning, what I mean by that is looking at what can I do to help myself remain more balanced when I know my child is going to be doing virtual learning. I know they may need my help, or I know that there are pressures from this deadline. What can I do to help in those situations? So for me, just some suggestions of some things that I've done as I'm working from home. Instead of working in, I move my workplace to a different setting. Maybe I'm working out on the patio, getting natural sunlight. Maybe it could be as simple as moving to a different place to set up for work. Also, some other things: being intentional about taking lunch breaks, being intentional about taking that 15-minute break. It's so easy to sit in front of the computer for work, or sit on the phone for work, and truly like lose track of time. And if you think about it, if you were actually um in the office or in your work setting as it was before, you may have a random conversations with your coworkers, which in your mind it may not seem like a break in that moment, but that's you taking just those mindfulness moments. You had so have you that interaction, since we're missing that. So now on lunch, I'll go walk the neighborhood, um, as a like a just a breather. And I also suggest a schedule, maybe like set times that your kid knows that coincides with their break time. Making sure you can carve out, even if it's just like a 5 minute check-in of how are things going. um I know that there were times that I had to um link with the teacher to figure out when are there like extra help times, and going over that with my child as well, because this new new age math that they're doing, it can be frustrating as a parent when it's like, I don't even know how to help my child with this work, on top of you already being at work. um so really, I was linking my kid back to the teacher doing those available tutoring times that they offer, and then me coinciding my breaks with his break, so we can walk together, because we know that kids can experience stress as well. They can experience frustrations as well, and us as parents just being mindful of that um, as well. Another thing that I've done is being mindful of my tone when I'm interacting with other family members. um, Obviously there are times where we just need our own breather. separate from anyone else to kind of handle those internal things, and that's fine as well to take that time, just being mindful of that too. So those are some of the things I've done to plan. So I've already talked about self-awareness. I'm aware of, kind of my triggers, the red flags that I've noticed. Talked about some self-planning that works for my family. That may be different from your family. Um, you may do ice cream breaks, whatever that is. And then also execution. So now I have this plan, I have these ideas, and now I want to put them into action. And again, we have to be intentional about walking those things out. Because, like I said, we can plan all day. So being intentional with execution of that and being consistent, you know, um, that's important as well. Then really just begin to figure out what's important to you when we talk about prioritizing. I only named two hats that I wear, which was parenting and employee, but we wear a ton of hats. There are a ton of roles that we fulfill. And the more that we do, we kind of, it gets more difficult to juggle that as well. So prioritize what's important to you right now. I know there are some people who may be doing a lot of volunteer work or helping others just in general. Can't say no. You're one of those people that want to be so helpful that you can't say no. Just keep prioritizing in mind. You can absolutely be helpful without taking on every assignment, because we need to be looking at balance again, because balance is connected to stability. We do know that. Balance is definitely connected to stability, and stability in life is definitely important as well. So again, the 3 points that we touched on today was being self-aware of the hats you wear, the frustrations you feel, um, self-planning, self-planning towards being better balanced, regardless of how small it is. Maybe it's um, you are just gonna take a walk down the block and come back. A 15-minute just break from everything. Yours may look different than mine. And also just execution, sticking to that, whatever plans you came up with, walking that out. I know we talk about mindfulness a lot, but it is definitely really helpful, especially in this season, just being mindful. And there are a lot of mindfulness fun things that you can do with kids as well, that I do, like the minute to win it games. Two, you can also do that as something I do with staff, my fellow and employees as well. Just because we all need kind of like that little break, that little break. um and just prioritizing whatever those things are. Prioritizing is so important. I'm one individual, I can't do everything for everyone, so that is prioritizing is huge. And just forward progress. So I hope that any of those tips may be helpful for you as you just, you know living in the now, and us working to try to be more balanced in life. Alrighty, thank you guys. You enjoy the rest of your Monday.
Join us for a time of mental health wellness tips at our LifeWire Lifeline, Mondays at 12 noon on Facebook Live. Parents, grab your preschoolers and join us for fun with music and movement on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Zoom. Every Friday evening, we gather on Facebook Live for a time of prayer. Let's pursue God. The Refresh Your Life Outreach and Missions team presents a holiday toy drive. You are invited to donate or nominate a deserving family to receive gifts this holiday season. For For more information, check out our website at refreshglobalnfp.org. Join our texting community. Text REFRESH to 55444 to stay connected so we can refresh the world together.